Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight we are going to look at when is the best time to upgrade to Java 20. Java 20 is here. When is the best time to upgrade it? Maybe you have Java 17. Java 20 is long-term support. That means that this is the Java version that you should use if you want something that is stable. You should use it for the next long period of time. Java 17 is okay still, but at some point it will not be supported any longer. So you have to upgrade at some point to Java 20. If you use something that is older than Java 17, then it's very embarrassing, and you should look yourself in the mirror and say "pooh," because of course you need to be up to speed with all of the versions, so you don't get. So you don't experience any of the security issues that are with the older versions, and there can also be bugs, of course. Okay, so let us dig right into it. Why is now the best time to upgrade to Java 20? That is because that your tooling actually supports now. So that means that if you have IntelliJ, of course you have to upgrade to latest and greatest. Then you can go and create a new Spring Boot project, and look what we have right here. We can actually choose Java 20 right here, and right now you probably only have an old and sour version 17. So what you do is you actually say download JDK, and then you can have IntelliJ download where you can choose the Oracle one if you want to. I just prefer the Zulu version, and that is because I heard there was some licensing issue at some point with Oracle's JDK. I don't know if it's true any longer, but there was at some point there was some licensing issues that could limit the usage of that one. Maybe it's not true any longer, but feel free to correct me in the comments. So I just usually choose Zulu, but now that since I have this one, then let me just choose another one so we have something to download. Then IntelliJ will download your JDK 20 for you, and then I can press next right here. I like Maven actually, so I would actually like to use that. The reason why I like Maven is because but actually both is good. Gradle is also good, but Maven has the option to actually use profiles, and then I can tag my tests, and then I can use profiles to execute different types of tests. Gradle also has a possibility for doing that, but that is not with profiles, and you will have to use create your own tasks instead. I've made videos about that. This is not what we should. This is not what this video is about right here. But you should actually choose Spring Boot 3.05 right here. Here we have support for Java 20. And as usual, you want to add Lombok, and Lombok also plays fine with Java 20. And you should choose Web, Spring Web right there, of course, right. And you can also add some JPA if that's what you want. Spring, why not? Why not? Maybe a H2 database. My point is that the tooling and all of the libraries, they actually work now with Java 20, which is cool, of course, and which is a bit, every time we get a new version of Java, then it takes a bit of time before all of the frameworks and libraries, until they've updated their framework and libraries, so it actually works with the newest Java version. Of course, it takes time, so that's okay. But now is now is a good time, I would say. So here we have this Java 20 project, and if I press F4 in the root folder, then again I can check that my SDK is version 20, and I can choose it right there, and I can also download if I need one. And then that's actually at language level. I think it still says 17 here. Actually, is that because I forgot to download the latest and greatest? Maybe it is. Check for updates. Let us see. That was just minor updates. Okay, so what do we get with Java 20? What does it matter at all? Of course, if you haven't installed all of the newest Java versions, if you haven't tried 18 and 19, then of course you get the stuff that is new right there. With the Java 17, we got these things right here. This is Wikipedia, because it's difficult to keep track of. So here, this is Java 17, and we got these things right here. Something like sealed classes and pattern matching for the switch operator. But you probably already have that. If you are using Java 8, then it's very embarrassing, and you should look yourself in the mirror and say, "Ooh." And you should actually not do that. You should just upgrade as soon as possible. So then we got Java 18 right here. I'm just kidding. You should not version shame yourself or your colleagues or other people in general. So what did we get with Java 18? Look here what we got. We got UTF-8 as default. This means that that you don't have to say, or whenever you are dealing with with char sets, then don't have to say that it is UTF-8. It is UTF-8 per default. I really like that because I don't know how many times I've written UTF-8. It's a lot of times at least, but this is. This, of course, is very important when you are dealing with file I/O. When you are when you're writing files, reading files, then the char set, of course, is important. And there's a simple web server. Okay, nice. Code snippets in the Java API documentation. I actually think that you should. Create your methods so you don't need an API documentation. But yeah. But that's just me. And then we have what else did we get? There was some core reflection. I don't remember anything about that. The pattern matching. Okay, again, this is the second preview. So it was actually the pattern matching was actually not in Java 17. It was just a preview. So we got the second preview there, and then the 19, and then Java 19, we got pattern matching for switch, the third preview. And we got the record patterns. And this time it was just the preview, but now they are it's part of the standard package. So let us go down to version 20 and see what it actually is that we have now. Pattern matching, also still preview, fourth preview. Okay. And record pattern. Okay, it's record patterns, but we have the records, but the record pattern is in second preview. So yeah, this is if we first ask for instance of something, then we don't need to. We don't need to cast it afterwards. So if you say that if object instance of string, then you can actually just use the string afterwards. That was a cool thing about that. But it is still only preview. No, I would actually okay. It's just because it's been a couple of previews, so I would actually expect it to be general available, but it is not yet. Of course, with Java 20, you also get some performance optimization. You get a better garbage collector, and you get a faster JDK engine in general, or also JIE, Java runtime environment. That is much faster, and you also get optimized compilation. And you can also try and play with. You can also try and play with the other with this JDK right here. Let me just show this one with the Graal VM, which actually compiles it. It compiles the code that you actually need. So that means that they will actually leave out and optimize, and it can actually compile to native OS also. Of course, I've only downloaded 19 right now, but you could actually download number 20 and also try that. Spring Boot is also it is also quite good with the Graal VM now. That's one of the bigger things in Spring Boot 3 that now you can compile to native, and then you can get something that just starts up in milliseconds instead of whole seconds. So that's quite awesome. I think in general, actually, applications that you compile with Graal VM without actually you using any of the features from Graal VM, it actually runs better because they have a good optimizer. That is at least what I've heard. So Java 20, when is the best time to upgrade? Right now. Yes. And if you don't know what a record is, you probably do know that, but you can actually just create a record. And when will you use a record instead of a class? That's a question I get very often. if you're in any doubt, use a class, because you can do anything you want with a class. A record is meant as a data bean. It is good as to be used as DTOs, but sometimes you actually want to use a real class instead of using the records, because then you can have then you can have whatever you want on your class. So, but let us create a record right here, spaceship. So this is my record, and then you're supposed to give all of the fields as in the top right here. So we have a string captain, then we have integer fuel left, like this, and then you can still have methods. You can still do a lot of things with your records. At some point, Lombok did not like the records that much, but I think they also now know about the records. Let me just delete that one, because we get some. It's never used. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Unused import statement. Yes, that's fine. So what you get with a record, you actually get you can access the fields, of course, and you get a very nice to string method. So when you annotate something with data from Lombok, annotate data on your class, then a lot of times you could actually have used a record instead. So let us try to, just for fun, create a test. Control-Shift-T, create new test. Yes. Fly away, yeah. 0 to 5, yes. Yes. Fly away, here we have it. And new spaceship, here we have it. So this is a record, the captain is Mike, and the integer fuel left is 1, 2, 3. That is quite okay. So this is my spaceship, and if we print this one out, then we get a nice to string method on it. So we can actually see what's going on. And inverted source, release 20. Okay. And I chose Gradle also. I chose Gradle, source compatibility 20. That should actually be okay, right? Okay. I have to dig into that. So project default, yes, that's fine. Language level, what if I choose 17? Okay. And run a test. It cannot compile right now. Okay, I should have prepared a bit better. I'm sorry about that. But invalid source 20. I'll choose 17. This is a good Java 20 video, right? I have to downgrade to Java 17 with my Spring Boot application. Does it not support 20? I was quite sure that it did that, because if we go to the start Spring IO, if I go to this one right here, again, then we have 20 right here. It is possible. It is. I have. There's something that I'm missing. Yeah, there's something that I haven't seen. Spring Boot test. But here we have the records, and here you can see the output. It says spaceship right there. Captain Mike. Fuel left 1, 2, 3. When should you upgrade to Java 20? Right now. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great evening. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.